Now, question about .org and the government and all that. I can tell you again, this is not government intellectual property. So I came to browser system, e-commerce, and I added .org.gov. But because they used illegally, look like somebody is allowing, in reality they're in violations. There's nobody's allowing, I'm telling you. And all those .gov people or .org people, they think they have rights. They have zero rights for this, believe me, zero, completely zero. If you want .org.gov, it should be with your system, not with my external browser and system and my e-commerce. So I see they're trying to bend, look like they have to do something with that. In reality, what you have to do is you have to ask for authority and ID of the tenant, and then you have something to do with it. Otherwise, what you have is spying questions and illegal use. You are not supposed to do anything. Believe me, like when I came to the system, and I came to e-commerce, and I came to org or .gov, it's my system. They did not get their rights. They cannot do what they want. Legally, this should be substantially different. But if because I have people exploring, and I have certain sites, I can allow. But if I see it's too much wrong, I can remove any .org. Honestly, I can, because it's my stuff. They may not look like they have to do something with it. Like suppose what Google has, certain things they cannot do what I would do. I'm serious. I'm not joking. Based on my 92 system, that's my exploring. You did not get rights to do what you want. If I see too much copying, I remove. I don't allow. I would have attorney. If I see too much copycatting or too close, no, I don't allow. If I have a platform like eBay or like what is Amazon, if I see you do something the same close, I don't put on my system, because you are copycatting my stuff. You need to get rights for this. Otherwise, be substantially different. Don't make your substantially different system all for your stuff. That's how I would think. And if I see too much problem from .org or .gov, I can even remove them if I really want, or tell them to change or demand, because it's my system. It's not your system. If federal government would have that project asking me to do, then it would be their stuff. Of course, they would need to pay for it, but because they did not pay anything, it was not their project, nothing. It was my thinking how to make exploring from home, not AT&T and this. Don't try to add to my substantially different network configuration and software decision your .com or your something, and act look like you have to do something. So the Google really, because they did not start from scratch, they cannot sell rights, they cannot really tell you anything. They cannot tell government anything, because they don't know how it came from, where it came from. See? Because they're in illegal use. If they would be in legal use, they would have talent, attorney, they would have explanations, but because they don't have it, they don't know. Because it's my system, my browser. If Microsoft decided to make the same and to be connected to me, I would say either you get rights or work out some plan. If you just want to make the same and be connected, I will not connect you. You want the same, I'm not going to connect you. You see? Because why you need to copy mine? It's like I make Mercedes. I make a certain project, new, completely different new project of Mercedes. People see it, they want to do the same, and they want to put on my lot. Why you need to put on my lot? Just get out. Be substantially different, offer your stuff, or work out some kind of plan. Suppose Mercedes has a plan to work with Michelin, or Rolls-Royce might have certain plan with, I don't know, whatever, Pirelli or whoever, I don't know what tires they put. So they work out the plan. You know, what they did is they're in illegal use, and their brain is no trading rules, really. They don't know about trading rules. And they keep throwing and hoping somebody will give money. That's wrong. First of all, you're not supposed to go to Mercedes and use that without attorney and really legal ways. You see, all you have is some stupid papers, which is fraud with Olga. Didn't see attorney, nothing. Trying to offer. What are you offering? You're crazy, what? Why don't you go to BMW, copy a project and offer? Just write paper, some lady allow. That's for stupid. This what my stuff is. What they offer is for stupid. And when it comes to .org, they never came to that, and they want to sell .org at high price. For .org, you have a big chance to get arrested because it's illegal use and fraud. I never was there. I came to .org here in Minneapolis and .gov here in Minneapolis. I did not come to .gov and .org in Germany. My ex-wife was writing different stuff about mine, but because she wanted money, she tweaked here and there. But the truth is, I came to that in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and the house is not belonging to government, and I never had a federal project. So they implemented my external system, a browser, this, .org and .gov, and then they want to sell .org. It's a lemon. They cannot sell .org. I think they should stop selling anything they got from Olga that's illegal use and fraud, and they want to sell it. You cannot sell it. To sell, it means you should have good legal explanations. But if you ask him to like go to, suppose, D school or innovation center, they cannot talk for that. Then how did you get it? Oh, she allowed fraud. She's not wife, and I wasn't there. I was here. It was behind my back. So basically, and then they want to sell it. That's what .org is. That's what .gov is. Now, when I look at the offer government those different benefits or whatever, .gov, .org, I can tell you it has fraud and forgery. You're not supposed to do anything unless you see attorney and judge. It's not your stuff. It's like you took the car, okay, and even my has .org or .gov, and you offer, you keep pushing for this. Can you use it or not? Who came to that? Why a federal judge is approving to do anything for .gov if it has fraud and forgery? What's your explanation? I never did for you. I never had project for you. Remember one thing, I never had federal project for you. So if I did something, you need to ask me. You don't assume you can use it. You don't assume you can do anything for that. You don't assume you offer to public anything for it. I never did allow. If you have papers, that's fraud. That's a counterfeit papers. I never did allow. Don't try to put any papers. I allow, I do. That would be for finance fraud. Bank fraud, finance fraud. Whatever, any other fraud. Because I never did allow. If I came to .gov, .org, any other ends, even software decisions, that's for me to use. It's not your project. It's not a federal project that you go and use it and do it. You cannot right now offer really to public, because you need to tell we got that by fraud and forgery, we approved fraud and forgery and illegal use, and we offered it. And we even ask money. Okay, how did you get? In 92, nobody was asking for money. How did you get that org, and who came to that asking for money? I can tell you, fraud, forgery, illegal use. I never did a lot. Don't try to tweak, I'm telling you. I'm going to submit you to many courts. You are not supposed to approve illegal and then use it to your advantage. That's what you have. You approve illegal and then use to your advantage. And then one even want to sell .org. Oh, did you come to the .org? No. Why are you trying to sell .org? It's like somebody go to Mercedes. Okay, they did have some kind of cars, new project, including government. But that project for government, it's Mercedes project. It's not government's project. That's what I'm saying. It's my project. You can consider it private identity or private company. For innovation, they call it sometimes private person, sometimes company. So if it's not your, sometimes you need to look for the company, sometimes for the particular private person, identity or whatever they call it legally. So if that gov or that org, you never had that project. For you to have project, it should work with the browser and e-commerce. So first I came to browser and e-commerce, and then I added, but it's working within my external system. I don't connect to your computer's internal. That's my system. So that's not your federal intellectual property. And anything you do, you have to ask me. What you're trying to do, basically, you go to Mercedes and they have project for new car, suppose government car, and you go and use it without any legal attorney or talk or anything. But it's not your government project, it's their project. Yeah, but what we do, somebody said, you see how they work, somebody said, they made it negligent, stupid way. Somebody said, who said somebody? Somebody overseas. You don't approve based on that, you plain stupid. Somebody overseas, who somebody overseas? Olga said, bullshit, Olga said. I was here all the time. I came to .org, .gov here in Minnesota. Not too far from 3M, not too far from Seagate, not too far from many. They have many companies there, quite many. DuPont, they have DuPont. They have quite a few companies. So I did not come in Europe or Russia or China or I don't know where they have. They keep playing with the place because they don't have the location to give. Because if somebody will check, I wasn't there. That would be fraud. So for the government, in order to approve real use or to offer to public different government programs or under organization or .gov, you need to talk to a tenant, because it's not your external system and it's not your e-commerce, nothing. Because realistically, you never had it. Yeah, you had like AT&T inside of your building running, maybe put one cable, but you didn't have all these millions of people, cables to your building. Right. And that external system is not your, right. And then somebody said, okay, bullshit. I'm telling you, it's the biggest bullshit. Somebody said, okay, who is somebody if I came to this? Who is somebody then? That's abuse of power and illegal use and fraud, fake papers. See? So if somebody will not understand .org and all that, it's not a government intellectual property. It's not government order. It's not federal order. Like suppose I'm private person, AC company, and they want AC, and they have contract. I do for them and they pay. Suppose they need a system for people to offer benefits, talk about benefits, whatever. If I would work for them, yes, they would need to pay. Okay, this is my development. Okay, not me, maybe some other people beside me. I have certain first stage, and they have other stage. Because not everything is like possible with one guy. So I have certain stages, and then they have certain stages. You see? So now Google playing talent, but if government asks him about .gov, everything different ends, they have no explanation. How did you get it? Somebody's allowed. Story, that's fraud. Who is somebody? Do you have his attorney? Did you talk to him? Yes, no, no. So it's fraud. It's illegal use. And now government want to attack, they have no explanation because it's illegal use. So for government, for American government, any other government, for them to understand, it's like the same. Suppose Mercedes making government car, they cannot just go and use it unless they have agreement on something. Because legally they're not okay. Right now they're not okay. Be that or the whole exploring not okay. Because I came to that and they use. And no authority, nothing. Some fake papers allowing. It's like stealing bank account. Oh, he want us to transfer all his money. That's fraud. You need to verify, you need to have more legal. So now some people are saying basically, from what I understand, you cannot trade .gov or .org. I don't trade .com. Based on my 92 system, I have computers network and I have shops, a lot of stores. It's my e-commerce, a lot of different stores. And I have few platforms. That's what I actually trade. I did not have plan to trade .gov or to trade .org. In fact, my computers, if I would have .org and .gov, based on my 92 way, they should be outside of my normal computers. Even external building, close by but external building, because I don't need those commercial, non-commercial to mix together. Now, if European or other politicians, they're saying question, or they tell us to do this or this, they said okay, but then it's not the government, they cannot find the talent. Basically, American government told them it's okay, government, the sites or whoever told them, maybe repeaters. They said okay, but they cannot find the talent. It's not .com, not this. It's unclear about .gov, .org. Well, I can tell you, American government cannot allow you to do .gov or .org or anything, because they did not have that federal project. That external system is my project, it's not the federal. And if I am adding .gov or .org, they did not acquire rights, they did not do anything to make it as federal. So they cannot go outside everywhere and say it's okay to do. They're in illegal use. Or somebody said, wife, whatever, fraud. Divorced in 93, she went there, repeating mine, but making papers look like wife, and then send money there. Basically, she wanna get the money. It's twisting right there, illegal. Because it has fraud. So all those, even if Americans say, oh, it's okay to do .gov or .org, they cannot say that. They cannot. Okay, suppose I'm an investor, or I'm just foreign government. Okay, you say okay to do the same .gov, .org. Can you show me talent? Oh, we verify, everything's fine. Yeah, yes. How about I need his attorney? You verified with who? Oh, with some politician. It's not a federal project. Can you show me anyone from that particular, I suppose, Germany? Can you show me from Germany it's a federal project? Yes or no? No, they didn't have federal project. Because that gov and that org working with my external system designed for home. It's a custom certain way designed for the home. And whatever added was later my development to add. That's why people can explore from home.gov, but it doesn't belong to that gov. So American government cannot say it's okay to do. It's not your stuff. I'm not joking. If with normal rights and normal way, I could even say, if you say like this, I will remove you. You don't say for me anything. It's like they go inside of Mercedes, see government car, and tell everybody you can do government car like this. It's not your car. It's not your place. You're at the wrong place to talk like that. You go back there to your government, look at what you had, and talk for that. Don't talk for my stuff. That's what they do. Trying to talk for my stuff. I don't care. Al Gore, Clinton, I do not allow anyone to use my stuff for free. Don't try to make any fake papers. What you're trying to do fake papers which is subject for finance fraud. Because I have e-commerce and people invest money and you add different fraud there, it will be fraud. Bank fraud too. In case of .org sale, that would be bank fraud. If somebody want to borrow money and buy .org, it has fraud and forgery, but you said everything is fine, it's a bank fraud. Not only them, much more than that. If Microsoft pay for LinkedIn, that's actually finance fraud. I'm not joking. Because you don't have a talent, you have fraud. For you to say talent, you need to show attorney and ID. You don't have. You only have fake papers from that stupid Olga. No problem, money diverted. So that would be finance lemon. Like at the car dealership, they say lemon. That means you say everything's fine, but in reality it's not. You cannot sell that car in California. It's called lemon. Lemon law. Cannot sell. You cannot say one thing, in reality you're selling completely some kind of stupid stuff. So I can tell you, most things for exploring would look like lemon. Because beginning was illegal, and if they sell, that company should pay compensation. That company is unjust enrichment, illegal income. They sell, everything is fine, but it's not. Because they cannot sell rights. It's already strange. If you cannot sell rights, then who? Oh, we have paper. Fraud. So it means they're using fraud during the sale. You cannot sell like that. So now for European and other ones, they don't want to be dependent on America. You don't need to be dependent on America. Because that's my commerce and my system where I have .gov.org working with the same system which is designed for the home. It's not completely different configuration. So what you do is, if somebody will get rights, or I work with someone, you don't need to look at them. Really. Because most of what they use is mine. It's not there. It's not German brain, I'm telling you. Whoever those German party going, it's not their brain. They're using my brain, where my ex-wife put on paper and they implemented my brain. It's not for them to make. But because my ex-wife was playing games to get the money, It looks like it's for them. It's not for them. It never was for them. I'm serious. Amazon never was for them. eBay, Netflix, YouTube, Google, all that was not for them. Wi-Fi not for them. Satellite not for them. It's like Elon Musk is trying to do something for internet. Well, for internet, you need to do something for the wire, not for the external system. That's my intellectual property. You should not even talk to those people because they're illegal users. He's talking about internet. I think American either they don't understand or really there's something wrong in the head. Just check Stanford book. What is interconnected network? Old books. Computer far away, wire. That's internet. So you wireless for what? It does not work. That wireless is my wireless. It's not internet. First of all, the internet is not really wireless. Internet means interconnected network, assuming the wire, not assuming the wireless. You cannot. So you want to say you have to each use a three wireless signals? I doubt. That will be too expensive. You don't have it. That's why it says low signal. That's why I say low signal. If you would have wireless interconnections, probably it will never say low signal. And you need to have probably 3 different antennas. And you need to have frequency. You need to triple the frequency. You cannot go on the same frequency. You need to triple the frequency for each user. I doubt the wireless communication would give you so much room. I really doubt. So I never even had an interconnected network. I have my system backup line, yes, but it's not interconnected. Interconnected means at the user end you have 3 different ways or even more. Suppose, my case I have backup. If this doesn't work line, I have second one. But internet, no. And internet doesn't have any systems in the middle. So if Elon Musk suppose trying to make the internet, where does it go? It goes to like Google after a certain time, go to Google, right? Which is external system. It's not a external it's external system. Redirecting everything. And search engine, all that's my intellectual property, it's not the internet. But they keep talking about somebody is making up, giving name. That's a street name. It's a street name. It's for me to decide. So if Elon Musk is doing car, and I walk in and say, that's my name, I'm gonna give this name. That's how it is. What you doing there? Engine, huh? That's my name. You should have that name. I like it. That's what I do. Why you give name to mine? Al Gore is like big movement, political bullshit talk. Big movement, blah blah blah, society, whatever. Is it government project? Yes or no? No. So it's a private project. You talk about big this, private project, right? Okay, show me the attorney. So you want to tell about all your blah 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 blah, which is illegal use and fraud. Okay, how about I put your name on the list for fraud, bank fraud and finance fraud investigation? You don't approve all these big quick tricks and tweaks, and at the end you want to get money, but it has fraud. You approve fraud and negligence. How about you get arrested, federal prison? Maybe even Clinton. How about this? You're trying to approve all kind of stupid stuff, quick stuff, never check everything. You never check. Never say anybody outside of the United States, we checked. You never did. They say, oh, we have party. We have some German party. It's not German party. German party doesn't even know. German party want to know why they do this. Because it's nonsense. What they do is nonsense. They never came to .gov. They never came to explore it. E-commerce never came to .org, nothing. Keep walking around, keep talking. Some kind of private, everything, this and this, legal. What's legal? So I'm telling an attorney, I want to verify legal or not. They cannot. Why you keep talking about legal? You know, the big movement, this. It's a big scam. Big illegal use, I'm telling you. That e-commerce does not belong to Germans. I tell you right now, that e-commerce belongs to Minneapolis, 92, where I came to e-commerce exploring, and a little bit, maybe 3 months later, Al Gore and Clinton came for election to Minnesota, Minneapolis. I was pretty much done with all my thinking. I had good plan already. But then elections, then they left. And then Olga left overseas. Germans found from her, and they came to Democrats. And you keep talking about this or this or another. Stop right there. I'm here. I'm a talent for this. I have rights. I can sell rights. They cannot talk for me. That's illegal use. It's a gray market. They're talking about gray market. Fake, basically, fake, what they call them? Fake Oakley or something. Like, take a look at Google. Can you talk for that guy? Yes or no? No. .org. Can you talk for .org? Yes or no? No. Can you talk for the front page? You have front page. Can you talk for this? How did you come for this? We cannot. Okay. You submit, you have at least link in short text. Can you talk for this? Yes or no? No. Did you come to email? That certain look, certain ways? Because AOL 91 didn't have. Can you talk for this? Yes or no? No. I mean, beginning, from scratch. Can you talk for chat? Yes or no? No. Groups? Yes or no? No. Cloud? Yes or no? No. External network system redirection, international lens. Can you talk for this? Yes or no? No. What can you talk about? Well, we were implementing. They said, okay, that's the answer. Can you show me attorney ID? We don't have. They said, okay. Come on, man. You're offering to Wall Street with that kind of stupid way. I'm telling you. I just go and take the house and give excuses. But realistically, it's not my house. So what they're trying to do, I had to be for copyrights, for trading, for everything. Unless they got rights to do that. In Europe, they get rights. Okay, I like your idea. Okay, I'll get rights. I'll get rights and I will use it my way. That's it. That's how they do it. In America, they don't really use that often. I think it's more European way. What do you mean get rights? Yeah, get rights. For you to use, either you get rights or you use illegally, gray market, or fake Oakley. That means get rights. If you want to use it, do it like this. Then you get rights. Make agreement, whatever. Certain compensation go to him, to you, whatever. Call it legal agreement. Then if somebody go, it is your or not. Did you come to this? Yes or no? No. We need to see the proof how legal it is that you can use. Here you go, I got rights. That's how it's done. Not how they do. They do like in a crazy way. Keep putting stupid papers. So Olga signing for me. I never asked her to sign. Ex-wife is signing for me. That's illegal. She cannot even sign really being legal, being married. I don't think it's very legal even if she's married. Didn't tell me and she's signing for some kind of benefit she's getting. I think it's illegal, even married. You're not supposed to sign for. I never asked for to sign for me. She's signing. And Google using, and then no explanation. He did a lot. That's like I'm telling you, that's like a stealing bank account. Just write the paper. He likes us to give all his money to us, and that's what they do. That's their business. It's not really a legal way to verify. So. Europeans, or other people, no need to really believe they can talk for that because they cannot. And if you cannot find a talent, don't understand why, because it's true. They cannot talk for this, so they cannot show the talent. Why they can use it? They cannot. They made up, like I said, Olga, whoever make people look like okay. It's not. So what you do is, in order to find you can contact, like, say, federal, American FBI and international police. Okay, in 92, I lived in Minnesota, came to explore and see some different things. I disclosed, so she would be a witness of it. I disclosed about my system, but next year we got divorced. And I had no idea she's gonna do that. I told her I need to talk to attorney, because she was trying to tell me she make money, this somehow she talk. I said, no, I need to talk to attorney. So she did something without me, right? So you tell FBI, so we need to know about this guy. So this guy's here and she's over there, allowing, that's fraud. That's it. So nobody's allowed. So if no telling, because nobody's allowed, they cannot show. So that's shortly about .gov and .org, maybe more about exploring. Europeans might have questions. We don't like real America to take advantage, because they are taking kind of advantage and no clear. All these strange people running and dirty business, they take advantage. What do I think? Well, I think, yeah, they do take advantage. I think so. Legally, it's called took market by illegal means. Legal means they use money with fake papers, and somehow they got approved for trading. They should not be approved for trading like this. For trading, talent should show up. They made up, talent doesn't show up. Initial talent doesn't show up. And all those companies, in some way like puppets, listening some repeating politicians, I guess, they got approved for trading. They should be disapproved for trading. It's like biotech. In case of biotech, why politicians should go there and tell them what to do. Either you have to do something with that, or you. No politician should do copyrights. No politician should do anything for trading. Nothing. It's all made up. So basically, my ex-wife made up look like it's okay to do this or this or this. Look like my wish. It's not my wish. I'm divorced. I did not even know what she's writing there. Even until today, I don't know what she's writing. She keep writing different things at the end to get money there. But I'm here, so it's her interest. It's not my interest. So for Europeans don't want to take advantage, I think the beginning point, most of what Americans offer to you is actually legal use. So you find what's legal use, you eliminate illegal. You don't like it, you can eliminate, trust me. You can eliminate most companies for exploring. Because I came to exploring and those software decisions, and they use without permissions or with fraud, you can eliminate. Trust me, you can eliminate. So, if you need help, I can help you. If they don't like to be legal, they like puppets. They like to be like puppets. To listen all those parties. From what I see, they like to be like puppets, listening parties, and then the party is acting look like they have rights where they don't have rights, and they keep listening. Big part of Jewish. They would, maybe they could act like this if that would be federal project, right? Or they have talent, they could act like this, but they don't have talent. They cannot show. Only they can show is fraud and forgery. You know, from Olga. That's all. They don't have talent, but trust me, they don't have federal talent. They don't have that particular party talent. Nothing. No, they don't have it. They never came to it. If they say they came, okay, show us. Show us net worth too. We'd like to know net worth. If he's such a great guy, what's his name? We don't know. They don't have. If they would have, they would put that guy everywhere. Trust me, they would put everywhere. They would make big noise. This is our talent. But because they cannot show, you don't know the name, no net worth, nothing. Basically, it's a ripoff. They use ripoff using illegally to own advantage. And then telling Jew or some other ones, but big part Jew, and Jew keep listening by who they listen. They know the telling. It's not a federal project. So they're not just Jews. But I think big part of it is like they're looking for certain people. Like one statement. Bezos was in Washington D.C. and somebody was talking to him about internet or whatever. Okay. My question is, if they were telling you to implement my software decisions, that's illegal use. You had to ask there in Washington D.C. for talent's attorney. You never did. What they told you, somebody is allowed. That's fraud. I'm here in the US. They're telling I'm over there. That's beginning point wrong. That's how you can, if you in Europe, if you want to eliminate, you can eliminate like this from beginning. Okay, you Google. Okay, they told you. Oh, okay. Did you find talent? No, we didn't know this. Why you keep listening to them? They said they have. Oh yeah. Can you? They said they have, but so you give your company management or legal side to somebody else? Yes, pretty much yes. That's what it is. But you don't need to go over there. We need talent, that's it. And so if they don't like to make anything normal or legal, you just eliminate them, let them go. And you can do your way. Because if you find who is talent, then you can do your way more legal. It's what I can say. I go to the beach today, it's hot. So, beside all that, some people are saying, like about Pandora, Spotify, musicians, different people. They're not sure what is that place for those political people. So, if it's not a federal intellectual property, right? It's not a federal. It's not German federal. It's not German communist federal. So it's not anyone's federal. Why politicians are going and want something to do with the company, and if we ask them for a talent, they don't have it. They basically say, oh, legal, but illegal, why we cannot see? Something like that. My explanation, those Pandora, Spotify, first I came to search engine and exploring the commerce, and later I was thinking about my platforms. My platforms, one of it, like what is YouTube? YouTube is video. So another one I had just for music, which is Pandora. And another one, well, Pandora, Spotify, it's pretty much the same. They're playing the same. And another one I had, which is people ad. So in case of YouTube, I had, not YouTube, but my video package, I allow people to add videos. Now in case of music, just the music, because at that time processing was slow. Digital line maybe people cannot get like DSL. So at that time I thought it's a good solution. So what you have certain platform, which is my platform. In that case, I allow people to add music. Basically, it's like YouTube, but not for videos, but for music. Well, for music, you don't need a video screen because it's just music. So now, so people that would be like YouTube, but professionally managed, I had like for cinema, which is they have Netflix. So that's professionally managed would be cinema, right? Movies. Now for music professional management, I had a different one. So I had one people add. That's what they see. What sometimes you can see this platform. People add different music, and another one professionally managed, which is based on style and all that. That's what you see Pandora, Spotify. That came from me, acquired by Spine. Again, believe me, Pandora, Spotify is acquired by Spine. Again, the same thing. Because my ex-wife left, playing wife, talking about my intellectual property, which is exploring, including that kind of platform. Professionally managed to people had two kinds, and she made up as wife, which is fraud. If she signed as forgery because I wasn't there, and she go to politicians. She probably knew if she go to professional people, they would need attorney and ID, but she did not go. She did not do that. So she went to politicians, or Communist Party, or other politicians, other party. So, and they started to go, but her papers are fraud and forgery. And they asked people to invest money. Yeah, they invested money, but somehow they made up as legal, but it's not legal. For copyrights, if you ask Pandora, Spotify, how did you start from scratch, they have no explanation. I'm serious. All they submit fraud because you need to come to this external system first in the browser. You know what I mean? Well, at that time browser, now they have on the phone. But on the phone, it's my app place. So what they have is app place. They have app and you listen music. So because I said for music, you just listen, you don't need video. It could be video, but it could be additional music video. So, and I did say that. I assume actually they have one which is similar to YouTube just for videos. That's actually came from Spine too. I did say it could be music with a video, and I think it's called Vimeo or some Vimeo or whatever. Certain they have just for music, mostly video music. So anyway, so politicians, because she go to politicians, it's not only for Pandora, Spotify. They go to other places. The same pretty much people. They go to other places because Olga told them. Because legally Pandora need to ask questions. We need to talk to his attorney, and they cannot. Or Spotify, you cannot. Why? What happened? Oh, because Olga put up all kind of stories. It's okay. This basically trying to escape from attorney, because in reality attorney would need to come from me, and I'm in the United States, and she would be out. She would be out. If she would tell you need to talk to him or to his attorney because we're divorced, I would not really look too much at her. She knows that, so most likely she would not get any money. So she bended to get the money, to bended everything to get the money. But in case of talking to university or some other place, they will escape. They will be again in a position of dishonesty, you know. So like suppose Pandora, okay, you have Pandora. I can tell Japanese that's a legal company. Do not trust American approvals when it comes to exploring. That's illegal approvals. They approve copyrights without initial telling. They put copyrights here and there. Approve. Normally, to approve for copyrights for big market, the judge should ask, did you start from scratch? Is that your thinking? What's your thinking? It wasn't their initial thinking. They had that party coming, telling about my thinking. With fake papers, look like I allow. I never did allow. And forgery, if Olga signed, that's forgery. You can check FBI records. I never was overseas. So they were implemented behind my back with fake signature and big eyewash for judges and attorneys. In reality, I had to talk. Why you talk? Like my simple question, okay, FBI, I can tell you right now. Okay, I was in Minnesota. I had a license. I had license, Minnesota driver license. You can check. And I lived in Minneapolis, Bloomington, and some other place in Minneapolis area. And then I lived in Arizona, Mesa, close to, not far from University of Arizona. I think University of Arizona, Tempe, which is border with Mesa. So sometimes I drove through Minnesota, through University of Arizona. I've seen the students, and I've seen sport event, whatever they have, a lot of students. So it's a quite big University of Arizona, and my street was, sometimes I was going that street. Anyway, I live there. You can check my records. In fact, Arizona driver license is based on Social Security. It's the same as Social Security, your driver license. You can easily find. And then later I exchanged to California. So any talk Pandora has or need attorney or anything, as soon as they say overseas, that's fraud. You can stop right there. And he is allowing, yes. And in copyrights allowing from overseas, yes, fraud. I'm here, how can I allow copyrights overseas? That is Olga's tweaking, changing, playing. And my attorney should be here. So basically that's how Americans got copyrights. They made copyrights based on fake papers, look like somebody is allowing. And they approve illegal copyrights based on somebody is allowing. It's like Sony or Toshiba or anyone is working on project and another group make papers, they're allowing and they're copyright. See what I mean? That's how that American Copyright Office is working. It's crooked and corrupt. You need to call for a talent. If they say he is overseas and I was here based on records, that's fraud. Why you tell overseas? How come you're telling overseas but he's in Arizona or California? See what I mean? It's fraud. So he's allowing overseas, but he's here. Who is telling? Can we say attorney? No. Who keep talking? He's ex-wife. And she wants money. Yes. For who? For him and for her. Fraud. I'm here, I'm not there. She wants for herself, not for me. It's tweaking, changing, playing, twisting, illegal income, unjust enrichment. But because her group is not my group no need those foreign politicians. I don't know them. I don't know name. I don't speak German or any language they speak there. I assume German. So they come and talk. That's why you see them. But in reality, they're illegal users. You don't need to listen to them. And another reality based on American trading laws, They are not supposed to tell anything to American corporation. Those exploring corporation, including Mark Zuckerberg, including all this Brin Page, Balmer, Bezos, eBay, Netflix, YouTube, they all will listen to politicians. And they were saying limited liability corporation or another corporation. Any corporation in America, if you want to trade, you are not supposed to listen to politicians. Or you need to explain. What explanation they're going to have? Somebody is allowing overseas, where based on records I'm here, that's automatically trading violation. It's fraud. Fraud involved, no attorney, nothing. So that's what Pandora is. And Spotify the same, no difference. You don't implement based on spying. If you own legal business, you don't implement based on spying. You see, I'm telling you, those people, they don't know trading rules, nothing. They think it is his land, he can push anything he wants. It's not. I was on Wall Street, I know people from Wall Street. I know someone on Wall Street. Not everything is approved. I actually expect they're gonna remove many companies unless they make something more legal. You don't make copyrights like that. You don't acquire rights. You cannot use it. That is called violation, intellectual property violation. That's what it's called. And it's called legal use. You don't jump to start company if it's not yours. Nobody gave you that. Somebody said, but they are not telling, so that's it. You're out. You're in illegal use. Not true. Get Harvard book. Corporations attacking to individual, talent, or group. You don't want. You are avoiding talent. You keep listening, lady, with fake papers. You are in violations automatically. Right now, go and explain. Go on Wall Street and show that foreign guy. On papers, you have foreign guy. Just show on Wall Street that foreign guy. Just tell them we want to invite him to Wall Street. You will never find that guy because I'm here, not there. They're gonna look in Europe or whatever, Russia, any other place based on stories. But in reality, they cannot invite because I'm not there. I'm here. So if I'm here, then what? What I have to do with those politicians? Nothing. It's Olga's basically illegal group. Keep talking and want money from mine. No, I'm telling you, either you pay or I'm going to apply something. That's not your stuff. You're not supposed to seek profit. You know, like, this is a software company. I think it's called, there is a software company here. This is Irwin. Software company. You cannot go and take and it's not the intellectual property person said, but some lady that cannot represent. She said. Who said? She has no legal power to allow. You see what I mean? In law, either you have legal power for something or not. She does not have any legal power. I'm telling you, she has no, because it's not her. She cannot represent, and she has to only say, okay, he was talking, but and stuff, but she's not supposed to put all that what I said and give to them. That's illegal income. So that's what Pandora is. Pandora, Spotify, and White House looking at Pandora thinking this or that, German or whatever, whoever. It's not German. It is my way, my platform that they got by spying, asking questions, and then running to implement, trying to make money. Basically, it's a gray market. It's a gray market. Because they're using mine. They need to be substantially different. For browser, exploring, even platform, everything. They are not. That's a gray market, a black market. And then on top of it, later they have Japanese radio, Pandora, Spotify. How about this? Pandora, Spotify started by spying with fraud forgery, most likely German communists. And then you put Spotify on this on your Japanese. Maybe I should change my mind. Maybe I should not buy any Japanese product. I don't like it. I think your legal approvals are weak too. Maybe I should just dump it. I'm not buying the Japanese product. I'm gonna buy maybe Italian better. They will screen. They will not allow everybody to do. But because Chinese or Japanese want to make money, they believe on all kind of stories. Just simple question. Ask before you make a radio with Pandora. Can we ask you, how did you start from nothing? It was before '92. It wasn't any radio like this, and no apps. How did you come from scratch? How did you start? They would be around and around and around, so they didn't start. So how did you get it? Party tools. That's not for trading. Automatically, it's not for trading. I'm telling you. You see, and they make this and put Pandora on radio, Japanese. And now already look like I allow them. I never did allow. Never did allow them anything. Never. They use fraud. They use fraud and trying to get money for this. The same party is trying to get money from my intellectual property. They should be substantially different or get rights. They don't want to get rights. Their brain is so screwed up, they don't understand they need to get rights because it's not your stuff. Their brain is screwed up. Gray market copycat. They're not innovative. And then they give, okay, why PhD or somebody need to program? Why do you program? They said, you're not supposed to program. They said, are they telling them not? No. So they are spies for you. Then I'll take you to court. You're not supposed to program mine and offer under your name. That's my software decision. You need to find person for the beginning, make agreement, and then offer to investors. I'm telling you, I'll take PhDs too. You need to stop playing this stupid game. Anything I came to for you for free. Forget it. I'm telling you, it will be your police. Police after you. All international police. I'm not joking. You need to stop playing this stupid game. Because you want to illegally use anything I came to and then cry some kind of garbage. I'll contact right people then. Wall Street banks, international police, and everybody. You're not supposed to offer that like that. She told you, who cares? It's not her. I'm gonna sue her and you. And every company you go and show how did you come to this. You need to say fraud. If you say you started from scratch, it would be fraud. You need to submit fraud. Or you need to say those politicians, okay, but all they have is illegal papers. So what you have, in any case, is illegal. That's what I'm saying. And they have copyrights. It's a big eyewash. I would suggest Japanese people don't trust exploiting companies. They're in illegal use. Bunch of greedy people. They got copyrights by tricks, no telling nothing. Now, if you invite them to disco, can you talk about this? They don't want because they didn't start from scratch. Okay, why do you have copyrights? You see how easily you can figure out. Why do you have copyrights if you cannot talk at disco or innovation center? Why? What's the problem? They will try to escape. That's why I say they have dishonest business. And they're offering on Wall Street, they're going to Pandora or to Japanese companies, Radio, Pioneer, Sony. It's all scam, it's scam artists. It's basically thieves with illegal papers coming there. You need to ask for talent. Japanese should ask for talent. Pandora, did you start from scratch? No. Why do you eliminate? Why? You see? I'm telling you, this is, and Japanese, from what I see, Japanese courts are kind of weak. They think American approvals are good. They're not good. American approvals are full of corruption. When it comes to exploring, expect full of corruption, fraud, illegal use. Bring page. How come you offer mine? You cannot act for all this. Why you offer? What do you have? Nothing. Some stupid papers and political party. Are they telling us? No. Illegal use. I'm telling you, that's like fake Nike or whatever. Fake Jordans. Not yours, and get out. Don't want to pay, get out, man. And White House approved. I'm telling you, if White House approved, that's incompetent decision. They should do some kind of other job. They're not supposed to keep approving like that. And every musician need to listen to the Communist German Party, right? Everybody complaining, why do we need to listen? We don't like it. And that party is, no, you have to listen. Why they have to? They don't have to. It's not your stuff. You didn't get right? No, didn't get right. So that's it, go. Take all your shit and go. He's trying to use illegal papers and get visas. They were getting visas with illegal papers. Of Olga, I'm here, she made up illegal papers, and they got visas and they walk around. That Department of Justice and Homeland Security, they had to stop him the first year, but they don't stop him for 20 years. That's how good Americans are. They're negligent, corrupt, blinded, or whatever. Their brain is completely somewhere else. They have those Boston University, Harvard, and they cannot see that. It's very simple to just ask him a question. The private, what private? What private? Why keep talking about private? Somebody, a private guy, allowing. Okay, what's his net worth? Why, you can know net worth of Bill Gates. Why we cannot know net worth of a private guy? What's your excuse? Because all those years you didn't pay. You are twisting and getting money to yourself. You are into corruption and fraud and forgery and diversion of funds. That's the truth. I'm telling you, never believe all this. When it comes to exploring Olga with all her people, she is full of lies and tricks, and from what I see, her group is the same. They're all a bunch of crooks. And they are trying to implement and give us money. For what? Before even they implement, they should talk to me, because it's not their stuff. I even said I'm gonna sue them. I'm gonna sue. I did. I said already. I'm suing those companies. They need to show how they came to it. You don't show, it's your problem. It's true. I need to add Pandora. How did you come to that? Yeah, how? You talk about freedom of speech. How did you come to that? Do you know freedom of speech? It does not mean you need to ask questions what people talk in the house. Whatever they talk in the house, it's not your business. Do you understand it or not? Freedom of speech does not mean you need to ask questions about what was inside of the house. And I can tell you, Pandora is a product of that. Questions about what was in the house. I'm serious. They're retarded. All those people asking questions what was inside of the house and implementing, offering to investors, they're retarded. They don't understand. Their brain loco. They don't understand. They're so crooked in the head, they don't understand. It's in the house, do you understand or not? They don't get it. They don't get about many things. They think they can copy any merchandise. They think they can ask questions about what was in the house. Their brain is off. You know, no rules, no laws, nothing. They're somewhere else. Their brain is completely somewhere else. That's why some people say they come and they look kind of dirty, or some have crazy eyes. That's why they have crazy eyes, because they're in a crazy business. It's not normal business. So suppose, okay, here you go. Normal example. Here. Suppose the house. Let me show you how. So somebody in the house thinking, okay, lady come out, and she tell the group, oh, my husband or whatever is this, and then keep asking, okay, what else? Why you keep asking? You're not supposed to ask questions what was in the house. They keep asking questions, and she keep doing this. She keep writing what was in the house, and that's what was in the house, and she keep writing what is in the house. They ask question what is in the house. It's not your business what was in the house, but in reality is they trade whatever was in the house. That's why their eyes are crazy, because for many people it's crazy. Many people would say, stop talking about my house. It's not none of your business. To that lady, normal people would say, it's none of your business to tell to the whole world what was inside of this house. I even said I need to talk to attorney, and her brain is crazy. She's doing something else, and that group is crazy too, asking what was in the house. So suppose right now I put 100 people, and everybody, what's in the house? What he said? What he said? Are you police? Asking questions like this. Are you FBI? What's in the house? It's not your business. You don't do business like this. And they're trying to, believe me, YouTube, Netflix, all of them, what was in the house? Okay, and what he said, and she read, and what she, are you crazy or what? It's in the house. It's not for you. That's American retarded stupidity of law system that does not understand. Even if Olga is saying where it was in the house, then stop it right there, stop. Allowing where? He's not there, he's here. I'm telling you, American compounded damages, year after year after year. International fraud, year after year after year. Nobody did allow them anything. They use fake papers, fake signatures, some stupid seals, whatever. And they cannot represent, and they're trying to suck back by tricks. That's what American, with I guess Germans, Eastern Germans business is. I will never say anything good unless I get money. I will never say anything good. You invite me to you invite me to San Jose convention, I will tell them straight, you are all assholes. Because this house, you stupid brain, this house is not for your questions. Why don't you take all your stupid questions and leave? I don't need to tell you anything. You're not the FBI, not police. Show me your license. You're FBI police. I don't need to tell you anything. Even FBI cannot really ask too much questions unless they have really special order for this. It's none of their business what is in the house. Even for FBI, believe it or not. Unless they cannot search you, believe me, FBI cannot search you, cannot do many things unless there is an order, special order. So if you ask questions, you are not FBI, you don't have any order for this to ask. But they implement it and offer to the whole planet. Yes, local people. I'm telling you, I'm gonna keep suing. I need all my money. And many Americans don't like these politicians with crazy eyes talking. Because from what I know, they say crazy eyes. Because they keep asking questions in the house. It's like in Hollywood, suppose there is a star, or stars, film, movie star, music star. Somebody keep asking questions what he said in the house. And running to implement or use in some way. You need to stop asking those questions. And you stupid bitch, divorce, playing wife, you should stop talking what was in the house. It's not your brain. You talk about your brain, not someone else's brain. I'm divorced guy, don't talk about my brain. My brain doesn't belong to you, never did belong, never will belong. So you want to talk about my brain? It's none of your business. You see, it's a gold digger's brain. So you want to take advantage of someone's intellectual property, make tricks, ignoring privacy and all that. That's how they are. That's why they have crazy eyes. Or some say they smell shitty or whatever. Because their brain in the wrong direction. Everything which is normal, they ignore. And anything wrong, they think it's okay. Well, they suck back here and there, but many people lost money because of those kind of stupid things. Anyway, talk to you later.